Alright, so I'm out this morning, muzzleloader season, opening day of muzzleloader, and I'm trying to cut a buck track. We just got a absolute monstrosity of a snowstorm. Yeah, we've got like 27 inches of snow on the ground. It's crazy, maybe even more than that. So, I don't know. We'll see how this goes, but I've been driving some of these back roads here, and yeah, they don't have them all plowed. So I just had to turn around. I got to this one spot. I was just getting to an area where I was really starting to want to be looking for tracks because I had some good stuff last year that happened out in this area, and no more. It's not plowed. So that leaves me at a little bit of a loss because the challenge is that if these roads aren't plowed, distinguishing tracks is going to be nearly impossible because the snow is so deep. So basically what I'm hoping for is that a buck will cross the road, I can see his track, and then I can gauge it based off of just the couple feet that I have on the road. Once they step into the ditch, I mean, they're up to their waist, or up to their belly, I mean. So, there's not really any chance that you're going to be able to read the track looking down into that because all the snow will cave in, and basically you're just going to be following like a body path through the snow. So this is by no means ideal tracking conditions, but I just want to try it. I got to get out here, I don't get many chances to do this now, so we'll see how it goes. I'll keep you posted. I found a track. It's not amazing, but it's a track. And I've been driving around, all these roads are closed off this morning, so basically I've been having to drive main roads, and the chance of finding a big buck crossing a main road is not real good. But this spot here, I found one road that was plowed. That wasn't the main road, and that's where I found this track. It's not crazy fresh. As you can see, there's frost on a lot of this, which that could happen pretty quickly with the grass, but I know that this track was laid down sometime after the snowfall and after it was plowed, which this road was probably plowed, maybe 24 hours ago or something like that, so might have happened last night. But that's a double track there in that one. You've got the one track right here and the other track right there. So he's measuring about 2.5, but if you remove the gap between his toes, this gap right there, then he's probably about 2.25. Alright, so one of the things I'm liking so far is that the track seems to be fairly wide in between his steps. So look, like he's got a big chest on him. He's got the spot where he dug up a little bit from the ground, and then you can kind of see his antlers a little bit marked in the snow. Kind of see that? That's a tine right there. I believe that's a tine even right there. Kind of pressed it up against it, and then it looks like that's where the main beam kind of went. So you can see he looks kind of like an 8-pointer. And so he laid that side down a little bit heavier into the snow. But up over here, you can see that his main beam or tine or something tipped into the snow there a little bit. So he just took me all the way across this slashing, straight beeline. He beat on the ground here at one spot. Looks like he just kind of dribbled as he went. His track is looking a little bit better now. Alright, so he's starting to get into a mess of tracks all over here, but I was just tracking him over that direction, and then I spotted these two beds here. They're actually pretty decent looking beds, but I don't really see any good sized tracks in them, so I'm not sure if it's from him or not. But we got 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, that's a good sized bed. And that one looks pretty big as well. So I'm gonna try to see if I can sort things out here. So I've been making this loop now around this whole area because it just got so messy in there with all the tracks. And I don't think they were all from him, but they're just all over the place. So I'm deciding to do a loop around this. The nice part is that this is kind of like an island of trees out here. So I should be able to find tracks either going out of it, or if the tracks aren't going out of it, then he's still in there. I've been finding quite a few rubs from this guy. I think this is probably rub number 8 or 9. This is definitely one of his core areas. Well, I thought I cut his track coming out of the one end that I was walking to. And when I got out there, I looked and I saw a stand. And then there was another stand. And then I kept walking over and all the sign keeps coming to one spot. And yeah, there's a bait site here. And then there's a ground blind just right over there. There's a trail camera right on this tree right next to me here. So this person is pretty invested in this spot. This dude has a stand for every wind direction. But you know, this is something that I heard Todd Havel just speaking about not long ago, about up in Canada. He was tracking some bucks in Ontario, and he said that one of the issues that you run into with all the bait piles up there is that it makes it really hard to track deer because they all congregate into certain areas and then get into just a mess of tracks. So, you know, obviously this guy is hunting this deer for a reason. He must like what he sees. Otherwise he wouldn't have 5, 6 stands or whatever he's got here. So my guess is it's got to be a decent buck. But, you know, it is what it is. So I'm going to try to keep circling. See if I can't find that lone track that looks really fresh. Alright, so I'm back at the truck now. I tried making the big loop around on that deer and just could not seem to figure out where he was going. And that snow was kicking my butt. So, super fun hunt. Learned a few things, and yeah, I'm enjoying this tracking gig. It's pretty fun.